All right, the latest news break coming in after a face-off with the Uttar Pradesh cops on the Hathras highway. The latest is both Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka, who were forced into a police vehicle with a lot of protest by Congress workers around them, have been taken right now to the Formula One guest house on the expressway. Mind you, there is the F1 track on the expressway, and both the Gandhis have been taken to the F1 guest house. They will be detained by the Uttar Pradesh police there. I want to connect right now to my colleague Anand Patel, who's joining us live for more details on this. Anand, what more can you add? Both of them taken to the F1 guest house. How long are they going to be there? What's the initial details that are filtering in?
Well, yes, Preeti, after dramatic showdown here between the Congress workers led by Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi and the UP police corps and the administration of Noida, the two leaders have been whisked away from the Yamuna Expressway here. We are standing a few miles ahead of the Jewar toll plaza, Preeti, and they have been taken to the Formula One, the JP Formula One guest house, which is there not far from here. Both leaders have been lodged there at the moment. But the other leaders, other Congress workers who are accompanying them, they have been stopped here, and massive police deployment is here, Preeti. I've just crossed the road, I've come to the other side to go to the guest house, and I'm not able to show you the exact visuals, but massive police deployment has been there to stop the Congress workers who are also trying to accompany the two leaders towards the guest house. I'm told by the senior cops here that the leaders will be lodged in the guest house, and then they will be released and asked to leave the UP border, head towards Delhi, and they will not be permitted to go towards Hathras at any cost.
All right, not allowed to go to Hathras. Anand, I know you're at the highway right now where all of the drama ensued just minutes ago. What's happening with the Congress workers? Because have they been also removed from there?
The police is trying to remove them from the highway because you can see the massive traffic backlog, Preeti. Almost 3 hours, to be exact, the drama which unfolded on the middle of the expressway. Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi were walking towards Hathras, and Rahul Gandhi was walking ahead of Priyanka when he was accosted, heckled by the UP police personnel, and he nearly fell. And he told India Today that he was walking just like any other law-abiding citizen, and he was heading towards Hathras to meet the family of the victim. But the cops acted in a very high-handed manner and tried to stop him midway. He was not, breaking any rule by doing so. But the cops are maintaining that because Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka were being followed by hundreds of Congress workers, it has led to a complete chaos in the expressway. And that is the reason why they were stopped and taken into preventive custody.
Anand, I know it's all happening right now. In just the last 1 hour has seen heavy drama. Those Congress workers squatting on the highway are being removed. Lots of questions being asked of the Uttar Pradesh government. But that aside, I know it's still very early in strategy, but Randeep Surjewala was also there. Have you been able to get a word from him? What's the next course of action? What's the next strategy? Because clearly the Gandhis had expected that they would be stopped. Is there a plan in place now?
Well, yes, I spoke to Randeep Surjewala, and he was very angry at the manner in which the police is dealing with this entire case. Permission was sought by the Congress workers to go towards Hathras and meet the family, but the police initially allowed them to cross the UP border, but then stopped the vehicles of the other Congress workers who were following the Gandhis, and that led to the Gandhis, trying to walk towards Hathras, and they were followed by all the hundreds of workers. And then Rahul Gandhi was heckled. Randeep Surjewala is saying that the Gandhis want to walk on foot towards Hathras, but even that was not allowed by the cops. This is completely against the law because they were not breaking any law. They were acting like a law-abiding citizen, and they were walking all alone. And even that was not allowed by the Yogi government. And the police high-handedness led to lathi charge and injuries to a lot of Congress workers here. We saw pictures, live pictures, Preeti, when the police had to resort lathi charge at least thrice during this entire political drama. A lot of Congress workers sustained injuries because of the lathi charge. And the Congress party is saying that the opposition parties, particularly the Congress party, is being stopped from meeting the victim's family. The Yogi government is trying to hush up the entire matter and stifle the voice of the opposition, who is trying to seek justice for the family of the victim.
You know, Anand, I know you've been tracking Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi right from when they started out today to reach Hathras. Take us through the entire chronology. What exactly happened? Because they left, then their cars were stopped, then they started marching. Take us through exactly what happened in the last 1 hour as well.
Well, let me begin from the moment they entered into the Delhi UP border. Once they crossed the D&D Plaza, we were expecting that the police will try to reason out and stop them there and then itself. But that didn't happen. The police allowed the convoy of Rahul and Priyanka to enter UP from D&D very peacefully. So the trouble started when the convoy entered the expressway. The motorcade of Rahul and Priyanka were allowed, while the rest of the Congress workers and leaders were blocked at the Yamuna Expressway. We were also blocked in that police barricade, and then we had to walk all the way to the motorcade of Rahul and Priyanka, at least 3 kilometers on the Yamuna Expressway. They had also started walking along with few Congress workers, and when the word spread that Rahul and Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi are walking on the Hathras, on the road to Hathras on the Yamuna Expressway, all the Congress workers left their vehicles at the Yamuna Expressway point entry, and they also ran towards Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi. And that brought traffic on Yamuna Expressway to a complete halt. And for at least 3 hours, traffic was halted because the entire stretch on which they were walking was occupied by the Congress workers. And that led to the police to come to the spot and reason out with the Gandhis that they cannot go ahead like this because the traffic has been halted and leading to a lot of inconvenience to the people.
All right, you know, Anand, just stay on with me. I'm coming right